Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be another tier list video. Today we're going to be looking at the different designs of Crunch Bandicoot. If this is your first time coming to the channel, I release Crash Bandicoot content every weekend. I discuss lore, theories, news, I do tier lists, sometimes I do interviews, I review toys of the Crash Bandicoot series, and everything and anything else Crash Bandicoot related. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, maybe consider subscribing. With that all said, let's jump back into the topic. Crunch Bandicoot Designs tier. Welcome back, my friends. So I have two larger videos that I'm working on, larger projects, and they're not going to be finished by the time the weekend is over. So I've decided to make a little tier list video for you guys. I've already done Crash, Coco, and Cortex, so I decided I would add Crunch to my tier lists. I made this one on my own, and I tried to think of every single Crash game that had Crunch in it. If I've missed some, please let me know in the comments. With that all said, let's just jump into it. So first off, we have the OG Crunch design. And also, I tried to put these in chronological release order, so again, they may be correct, maybe not. But here is OG Crunch. And OG Crunch, being the original, I'm going to have to give him an A. I don't want to give him an S, because he's not that cool looking, but it's his original design. So I think giving him an A as his original is very fair. And then we jump into Crash 2 Entranced. That was his next chronological appearance. And it really, if you played the Game Boy Advance Crash games, they took the PlayStation models and turned them into sprites. It was really cool. And then when the cutscenes come, you could tell that it's also based off the PlayStation look. So this Crunch is like the PlayStation version of the PlayStation 2 model. And he actually looks more cartoony than the original one, which is a plus depending on who you are. It could be a minus. But when I look at him, I see more cartoony, and that makes him a little under the original appearance of Crunch. And then we go to CNK, Crash Nitro Kart. This one, his chest got a whole bit bigger, and they edited his ears slightly. Usually I like the CNK designs, but this one just looks off to me. Like, I don't know, his arms, they made them bigger, not by that much, but his head looks smaller. He just looks off-putting to me. So he's going to go in C tier. Then we move on to Crash Bandicoot Purple. Again, it looked like they were trying to take his original design and cartoonify it, but this one looks more like the CNK design, since they were following right after CNK. It was Vicarious Visions, if I'm correct. I think it was Vicarious Visions that did CNK, Purple, and Entranced. So they made him like way too red looking. I don't know. I'm going to put him right next to CNK. Now we're jumping into Crunch from Crash Bandicoot Racing, Crash Nitro Kart Mobile. It's one of the first mobile games, and if you just look at that, you wouldn't be able to tell that is Crunch Bandicoot. That's getting straight D tier. He is awful, atrocious. And then we move on to Twinsanity. Twinsanity looks just like Wrath of Cortex Crunch with more polish. So that's going to be my second A tier. And then we move on to Crash Tag Team Racing. Crash Tag Team Racing Crunch looks kind of weird, not going to lie. He looks like they were trying to change him slightly. He still has the same metal arm and metal band, but they gave him like a weird metal ear and he kind of looks like a melting candle to me. So that's going to be another D tier. Keep in mind, I liked Crash Tag Team Racing a whole lot, so I'm not just putting him on the bottom because of that. You know what? He's not terrible, terrible. I'll put him up on C. And then, this might be a shocker to everyone. This is my favorite version of Crunch so far. His fur color is a little brighter. And again, I keep saying the same thing over and over, but they took the original design and they made it on the DS. And the lack of polygons, like, it works for it somehow, I think. It just makes him look cooler. Okay, and then we're moving on to Crash Bandicoot Party Games. Yeah. Straight garbage. Look at them. That doesn't even look like Crunch. Now we're moving on to the Radical games. This one, I believe the fandom called Tony Tiger Crunch when he first came out. He looks very, very different from Crunch's designs. And his arm is like a plasma cannon now, and he's got extra metal on him. I don't like this one. So he's getting a D tier also. Then Mind Over Mutant came out, and it looks like they regressed it, trying to go back to the original designs. So he's got that one metal arm again, the metal band. This one is a step up from Crash of the Titans to me, so I'm going to put him in C tier also. Then we have Crash Nitro Kart 2, I believe. That's this game. He just has no expression. He doesn't look like Crunch at all. Unfortunately, that is also going to get a D tier. Then we've got Nitro Fueled. Nitro Fueled, while not perfect, it does look like it's trying to combine all of the different Crunches that we've had throughout the years. So I'm going to give him a B tier. Then we move on to the last two Crunch designs, which I included them because I wanted all of Crunch's appearances. It was only a cameo. So this Crunch was from Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. He was seen in a monitor. I'm not 100% certain if this was someone who went into the game files and took this out, or if it's just someone who redrew the Crunch from the monitor that we've seen. Either way, it's pretty accurate. So this one is also going to get we're going to give him a C tier also. He looks good as a character, but he doesn't really look like Crunch to me. Like, his ears are off. I'm not sure. His goatee, he comes off as a different character to me. And then the last one we have isn't actually Crunch. It's the Crunch skin for Crash. And it's Nightmare Fuel. Buff Crash is so gross looking. So putting on Crunch's pants and sneakers, and then giving Crash a metal arm, it's D tier. So that's my tier list. There's only one S, 2 A's, 2 B's. We got 5 C's and 5 D's. So the majority are on the bottom end of the tier. If you guys have any designs that I've missed, please let me know. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And like I said, I've got 2 larger projects planned that I've been working on for a couple weeks now. And I appreciate everyone who comes and views my videos and comments. And I hope you all have a great day. Have a good night. Take care.